Today is question and answer day. So someone sent me a question. They wanted to know, should they allow someone to lay hands on them? And I had to really be honest with that person. Nowadays, you have to really use discernment of who lay hands on you. From what I have learned, from what I have seen with my eyes, being into a building that is called the church, I have seen before my eyes that there are witches and warlocks even in churches. And you got to be careful of who lay hands on you. That even when it comes to speaking in tongues, if they don't have an interpreter, then ask them to speak in English and pray over you. Because it's very important that you understand what they are praying for. Unless you really see the fruits and the glory of the Most High God on that person's life, signs and wonders have happened in their life, and their personality matches the fruits of the Spirit, the good fruits, not the bad. Then you move forward. But if you don't see that, I wouldn't advise you to allow someone to lay hands on them, because witches and warlocks, they are in the churches. I have seen it with my eyes. I've seen a lot of things that when I became saved and walked back up into churches, I believed that the Most High God was showing me things that just was not right in the churches. And I had a bad experience of someone that's speaking in tongues. And it brought me back to when my grandma used to always tell me when I was a little girl. She says, everybody that says Jesus, Jesus ain't from Jesus. And that is the honest truth. And I went into this church following someone else, and this woman was a witch. She was going down to Louisiana, coming back up and posting pictures that she was down in Louisiana. And this woman just did not like me. She had title, and the church did not like me whatsoever. But because I was a baby in Christ, and following someone else, and this woman laid hands on me, speaking in tongues. And I remember it was midnight when I jumped out my bed. It felt like something was crawling all over me, and I was shaking, and I was screaming out to Jesus. And that next morning I went to church, and I was on another church prayer team, and I'm praying for people, but I'm saying the wrath of God upon you. And the pastor had to pull me up and say, do you understand what you're saying? Putting the wrath of God on people. I'm like, I didn't even know. Come finding out that she had put something on me. And what happened was I started having seizures. And I started having seizures, but I'm still active in the church. I'm still going around. I'm still outreaching. And what happened was she had came to one of my events that I had thrown at the church one day. And she stepped to me, and this woman said that I gave the devil a black eye. I could never imagine that she said that. And I said, what you mean by that? She said, you survived your everything that happened to you, you survived it. And she looked at me and smiled. See, let me tell you something. Everybody that's in the church ain't your friends. I'm sorry to say that. We have to be honest, okay? Everybody sitting in church ain't your friends. They could be a leader. They could be a brother. They could be a sister. There's some people in churches that just ain't your friend, just not going to take to you. You got to, and I was a baby in Christ experiencing that. How I got that spirit off of me, I had a sister in Christ that loved to go to the prophets, gathering. And it was this powerful woman of God. She was prophesying in people's lives. And my girlfriend wanted to sit up front. I'm the one that sit in the back. She would come on, sit up front. And the prophet said, anybody need prayer? And I love to go get my hands prayed over because, I just love that, to get my hands prayed over. And I do believe in healing from the hand. I do believe in that. And I got up there and that woman started praying over me. And it was like, it seemed like labor pains, like that, a cramp, but it felt like something was sucking out. And next thing I know, I was speaking in unknown tongues. I could hear myself speaking in unknown tongues. And the woman said, wait a minute, this woman got a spirit on her. But at the time, I was dark. I was real dark. See, when you get spirits on you, you become really, really dark. And your body will let you know that something's wrong. You'll start having seizures and you start saying stuff crazy out your mouth that people be like, why is you saying that? Speaking negativity, speaking death, because that evil spirit don't want you to speak life. It wants you to speak death. And when I fell out, my sister in Christ said, when I got back up, I was 10 shades lighter. 10 shades lighter. From that day forward, I knew who did that to me. Let me explain something to you. That witch died a terrible death. She died a terrible, miserable death. It came back to me. Somebody told me that she died a terrible death. You can't tap into witchcraft and evil and still serve the Most High God. It's not acceptable when you do evilness towards people in the church. And you're going to be held accountable for it. So I told her, you got to use discernment. If you want somebody to pray over you, you ask them to pray in English. Tell them, I don't mean no harm, but pray for me in English. Don't pray no speaking in tongues, especially if you don't got an interpreter, baby. You got to be careful nowadays. So I'm just giving y'all some advice. That be leery. Even in the churches, be leery.